Hello everyone and welcome in to the CM-GMR channel. I am CM Gamer, aka the Children Mellow guy, bringing Children Mellow vibes, and this is the first of a new series I'd like to call Boss Battle Beatdown. Basically walkthrough or tactics on beating different bosses. I play different games I enjoy, and what I'll try to do more and more is record these boss battles and run tutorials for you guys, the Critical Movement Squad, to be able to know how to beat them. So today we start with a boss from the amazing Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, with the boss of the Fire Temple, Volvagia. I don't know if I said that right. Anyway, let's get into it. Okay, so if you look around, there are 9 lava pits on this stage, and this boss will start within one of those 9 lava pits. At the beginning of the battle, he will start by shooting flames at you from the lava pit, so stay away or go around him, and eventually he'll sink back into the pit. Once he comes back out, he will attack you in one of 3 ways. He will fire the flames at you again, or he will swipe at you if you get too close, so stay away. He'll come out of his little pit and fly around trying to shoot fire at you, racking up a bag of damage. Or he'll fly to the ceiling and it will cause rocks to fall from above. So let's give a rundown of each. If he flies up and makes rocks fall, be careful of them. They generally fall where you were standing or nearabouts, so they're pretty simple usually to avoid. I tend to run around or near the edge of the stage to stay away from them. I'm sure there's other ways to avoid them, but I found this to be the most effective way for me. You need to find out what's more effective for you. And don't worry if you do happen to fall into the lava, as you can climb back up. You should also see where the boulders are falling, as they create a shadow on the ground, but you still need to move pretty quick to make sure you don't get hit. Now, if he comes out the pit and flies around, he will shoot flames at you. But you should be able to avoid him pretty easily here as well, especially if you're quite close to the hole that he flew out of. You can hit him with arrows, but you're likely to miss more than you are to hit him. And I'm not sure if it even does much damage, so it might be safer to just save your arrows. If you get flamed, you will lose 3 hearts, so you might want to make sure that doesn't happen. If he sticks his head out of the lava pit, he'll try to flame you or swipe at you whilst he's in there. He tends to do this if you're a little bit closer to him rather than flying out. If he swipes at you or you accidentally touch him, you will lose 2 of your hearts. If he hits you with his flame, it's similar to if he flames you when he's flying around, you will lose 3 of your hearts. However, here's where it gets techie for him, because this is where you beat him. If this is the attack he's setting up to do, make sure you avoid it at all costs and then you attack him, or attack him before he has the chance to attack. Bombs don't work, Deku nuts don't work, arrows don't work here, and your sword doesn't work yet. You need to stun him, so make sure you hit him with the Megaton hammer. And once he's stunned, now you can slash at him with your sword, or you can move like I did and attack him with the hammer again. When he takes a bit more damage, he starts delaying coming out of the lava holes to catch you off guard. He usually does 2 or 3 fake outs, and then he'll come out on the next one. Ideally, you want to have found as many heart pieces or have as many heart containers as possible when you reach this boss. At this point, I believe there are 27 heart pieces you could have found, and if you found all of them and beat all the bosses you could have beat, then there's up to 13 heart containers you may be at this point in time. I only had 7 because I suck. If you haven't been able to find enough heart pieces, or you just haven't looked, or you don't have that many because you're silly like me, then I'd say the best way to ensure that you don't get a game over is to make sure that you have a fairy in a bottle. If you do lose all your health, then this will make sure that you get revived. I believe there is a red fairy in the room leading up to the boss battle room, so if you have a look in one of the jars in there, I believe that you should be able to find a fairy that will be able to revive you in that room. Alternatively, if you have some Lon milk in a bottle, or go and get some Lon milk and put it in your bottle, and you can use this to restore some of your health up to 2 times depending on how much health you have or how much heart containers and heart pieces you've collected by this point, and as long as you haven't lost all your health in this battle. I'm not sure how many empty bottles you can have at this point. I know there's around 4, I believe, in the game. I believe there actually is 4 in the game overall, but I also believe that you can have all of them at this point. So you should have at least 1 from the letter from Princess Ruto from the Zora domain when you have to rescue her earlier on in the game. I'd say it takes about 8 or 9 hits possibly, including a couple shots with the arrows, to beat this boss. But remember, I only used a Megaton hammer to hit him when he was in the lava pit, and I only hit him once in one of the sequences before he ducked back into the lava. Flipping cuckoo, stay and fight. My point is that there may be more hits that you have to do. I'm assuming there would be more hits you have to do if you're using the sword to attack rather than using the Megaton hammer, but don't quote me on that. I'm not gonna lie, I did find this difficult, but once I got the hang of it and I had a bit of help from those Lon Lon milk top-ups I was getting, it wasn't as hard as I first thought. And there you have it, a successful boss battle beatdown is now in the record books. Good luck beating this irritating boss. I'll be coming through with more boss battles and more tutorials, so make sure you click the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed, and click the bell icon to be notified when the new video drops. And I'm sure that you have different and easier ways to beat this boss, and I'm sure I probably missed something. So if there's something that made your life easier, or something that you know that I blatantly missed, or a different way in which you did it, then make sure you leave a comment down below and let me know how you got on. Likes and comments and all that good stuff helps with the YouTube algorithm, so I'd really appreciate it. Check me out, CM_GMR on all socials. Really appreciate you checking out the video, and I'll see you in a bit.